Hello, and welcome to another R-2 unit of the week. And today we're taking a look at the R-2 light reconnaissance tank. So as you might guess by its appearance, this isn't a Romanian tank in origin, but is in fact a Czech tank. I actually thought originally this was a Panzer 38T, but no, it's the Panzer 35T, or that's a German designation. It's a Czech light tank, model 1935. And pretty much the Romanians would order just over 100 of these vehicles in the mid-30s. It would be used by the Romanians during their war with the Russians along with the Germans in Operation Barbarossa. They performed decently in the opening stages of that conflict, but by 1942 the majority of these R2 tanks would end up getting destroyed. A few that would be left in service would mainly be used in the reconnaissance role, and the majority were converted into the TACAM R2 tank destroyer. In-game, the R2 is a 25-point recon tank available exclusively to the 5th Romanian Cavalry Division, and it has 3 weapons. So you have the 37mm gun with 48 AP shells and 24 high explosive shells. It shoots fast, pretty accurate, all of that lovely stuff, but the penetration is god awful. You're really not going to be penetrating anything higher in a very light tank or a half track or anything of that caliber. Then you have 2 machine guns. Even though they're the same machine gun, but they're just split up differently, you'd really think it would be just, the same machine gun times 2, as you would see in other tanks, but no, the Panzer 35T got to split machine guns like you split peas and your mashed potato. I mean, apart from that, it's a regular machine gun. I don't know why I was rambling on about it. Let's just continue. Down to miscellaneous stats, has 60mm of frontal armor, strong top armor, 30mm at sides and 30mm at the back. It has recon optics, surprise surprise, and it goes 24km off-road, 30km on the road, medium stealth, and high optics capability. So in battle, the R2 is a lot less standard of a light reconnaissance tank. The main thing is that it has very good supporting stats for it. 2 machine guns is pretty decent, which isn't usually something you highlight about a tank, but for 25 points, that's not terrible. Usually a light tank may only have a single machine gun. But it's also have pretty decent armor as well. 60mm for 25 points. Not bad. I mean, it's not great either, but you do have a chance of surviving against those Russian 45 and the 76mm lower velocity guns. So it's a shot. It's not guaranteed to protect you all the time, but 60% of the time it will bounce 60% of the shots. The main drawback, however, is the main cannon. I mean, at least you have high explosive shells, but by God, the armor penetration shells are pathetic in penetration. Autocannons do better penetration than this gun at their max distance, so the autocannons do have a slightly shorter range to take it into account. You have pretty decent rate of fire at least, so you can pop off light vehicles pretty quickly, but if you encounter any other decent tank, you're not going to have a good time. Its availability, as you might guess, is actually pretty poor. You only get a single card of these in the 5th Cav, and you only get 4 of them in A phase, and that's it. You can take 2 of them with 2 star veterancy, or I'd have no idea why you'd want to have super elite R2s, just take the 1 star veterancy option. So overall, the R2 is a pretty reasonably priced reconnaissance tank. For 25 points you get a terrible gun, 2 machine guns, and rather decent armor. It's not the worst thing in the world. With the 5th Cav you do have enough reconnaissance slots to actually afford to fit one of these bad boys in, but it's definitely not a necessity by any stretch of the imagination. And that pretty much about does it. This is another one of those unit of the weeks where we just cover a weird light reconnaissance vehicle, which are frankly some of my more favourite unit of the week topics. And well, I'm going to leave it off at that. This has been another R-2 unit of the week. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as usual, please just take it easy.